Hello, I'm Gideon Butler-Smith, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, where we share bits of wisdom about the baking industry. Today I'll be discussing some things you need to know on how to manage shelf life of your products. The most important factors you need to be aware of that impact shelf life are microbial spoilage from mold, or the staling and moisture loss from the products themselves. So let's start with understanding a little more about the microbial spoilage. Quite simply, mold spores in the air land on the product immediately after the oven, and over time grow and produce spots on the bread, which are often green. Controlling the rate of growth of these mold spores comes from the ingredients you choose and the type of packaging you use. You can also control the amount of mold spores present in your facility by proper cleaning and sanitation programs and food safety programs, including HARPC. The ingredients you choose should revolve around pH control of your products. Mold spores hate acidic environments and cannot survive, so you want to aim for a pH at or below 5.4. Ingredients can also affect the water activity in your product. Water activity, which describes the degree to which water is bound, is not the same as moisture content, which is the amount of total moisture in a product. Water activity gives the baker an understanding of how to maintain chemical stability of products, optimize physical properties, and so much more. I want to refer you to our Ask Dr. Lynn series, episode 26, where she covers all things mold. Now, onto the physical properties of staling and moisture loss. First, I think we need to understand what happens that causes staling. Gelatinization of starch granules occurs in the baking process when the starch swells up, soaking up water and becoming a gel, paste-like substance and setting the structure of the bread product itself. Immediately following the baking, retrogradation begins. So starch starts off as a crystalline structure and then soaks up water to become the gel-like structure. As cooling begins, the gelatinized starch begins to cool and solidify. This solidification is what leads to retrogradation, the returning to crystalline form of the starch granules. Staling is primarily caused by the solidifying of starch granules, but during that retrogradation, moisture also leaves the crumb and transitions to the crust and ultimately evaporating over time. Changes that are observed are crumb firming, increased crumb texture harshness, increase in opacity of the crumb, loss of crust crispiness, disappearance of fresh bread flavor, and appearance of stale bread flavor. Now, enzymes have a huge benefit in anti-staling, a topic that is impossible to cover in one video, but let me discuss some of the main points. Enzymes' role for anti-staling is mainly to slow the staling process. It's impossible to preserve the product forever with optimal quality metrics, but slowing it down is possible, for example, by shortening the side chains of the amylopectin and thereby partially preventing the retrogradation process. This is done by alpha amylase. Alpha amylase is an enzyme that hydrolyzes the amylose and amylopectin molecules. If the main staling effect is from starch-based properties, then we really want to break down those starch molecules by adding alpha amylase, resulting in, you guessed it, anti-staling qualities. Lipases are another great enzyme to use to focus on slowing down this staling process. Lipase enzymes may influence the interaction between gluten proteins and lipids, and the interactions between starch and lipids. The anti-staling and crumb softening effects of lipases are the result of these amylose lipid complex formations, or ALCs, which restrict the level of swelling the starch performs. Proteases have a very limited effect on anti-staling properties. but they still do increase crumb softness and in part give you a longer shelf life, but only pertaining to the quality metric of texture. Apart from the application of the individual enzymes that I've mentioned of amylase, lipase, and protease, there's so many more. But the use of enzymes in combination offers a wide range of alternatives to improve bread quality and anti-staling, and even to provide nutritional benefits. Companies and individuals commit to studying shelf life most of their life, honestly, but I hope you gained a little wisdom on the topic today. So be sure to go and explore our website for more on this topic and become a Baker Academy member today for free in order to sign up for our Shelf Life Extension seminar airing May 20th. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.